All meals featured in this program had been prearranged. Viewer discretion is advised. Japan is the ultimate food lover's paradise. I'm traveling across the land of the rising sun to discover the culture, the history, and most importantly, the food. Itadakimasu! This is Best in the World Japan. So far, my Japanese adventure has been amazing. And this time around, my journey brings me to Nagano, one of only 8 landlocked prefectures in Japan and its 4th largest. Nagano has something quite different to offer. Since the prefecture is easily accessible by train, I've decided to take the Shinkansen, or the bullet train. This super fast train usually has 2 classes, the standard class and the green class. But in recent years, they have introduced a new class for the ultimate ride, the Grand Class. Best in the world style traveling, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, can totally get used to this. Oh. It's a nice position for you to just sleep all the way to your destination. How awesome is that, right? The Grand Class carriage provides luxurious seats, ample legroom, state-of-the-art technology, beautiful interior, and high-class service. This is what I call traveling in style. One thing I notice about train culture in Japan is that a lot of people like to buy little bento boxes and then just, sit there and have a bit of a meal while they're going to their destination. So I chose to get a bit of sushi. Nice and fresh. Even the stuff you get at the train station is fresh. It's really delicious chair, good posturing, feels great. Even the way you open your flap for the table is cool, okay? Grand Class, best in the world. In no time at all, I arrive in Nagano. Let the hungry games begin. Surrounded by mountains, Nagano is the perfect place for clear water and fresh air. These pure natural resources combined create an ideal environment for great produce. It's easy to find delicious vegetables, fruits, mushrooms, and they're all so fresh. In fact, they're so fresh, they're fresher than the prince. Make any sense? Who cares? I'm in a river! Nagano is the heartland of soba, the Japanese buckwheat noodle. For most people, perhaps ramen is a more familiar dish, but soba is a dish for the more refined palate. There's a certain mystique about it, and the simple preparation of the dish allows the flavors of the noodles to stand out. I'm here at Ikoku, a restaurant known for their handmade Takato soba. And today, Chef Kenji will be teaching me a thing or two about making traditional soba noodles. I'm about to be schooled by a soba master.
今日はじゃあそばを打ちますけれども、説明をしながら一緒に打っていきましょう。次にこの棒を使います。のし棒。これをこの上であまり力をかけないようにして、うまいうまい。でこの棒にこれがくっつかないように少しだけこの縦の方向にで次は反対にこれを逆さまにします。巻き直します。今度も3回ぐらい。次はこれを90度に、はい、今度はこちらからこういうふうにこれを半分に畳んでください。これをこうかけてこう持ってきてちょうど半分重なるように今度ここから切っていきますね。これがそばのナイフです。でここは平らになってるんでこれがまっすぐこう降りることでそばがきれいに切れる。これを こういう手で押さえて、でこの端に包丁を合わせて、で少しこう動かしながら上からグッと押す。こういう感じで。
Okay, here we go.
Try.
Let's rock and roll. I must assure you that I'm not very good at cutting. The only time I like to cut is when I get my lines wrong. Cut. Okay. So enough of soba making. I'm so bad at it, but it's time to taste the very good soba from our sensei. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to start up with a confession. I've never had soba like this, where I've had to make it. I've never seen it being done. I have always thought that it was, machine-made and things like that. Something so unique about soba, and I'm about to find out. So what you need to do is first add your condiments into essence of radish. What we have here is some daikon, right, which is your radish, and in here is the sauce of the radish, and then you put in a little bit of green onions. Here you have some, I'd say it's fermented soybean. Mixing it all up, take a bit of soba. Whoa, that's nice and long, isn't it? Put it in there. Itadakimasu. Oh, in the kingdom of soba, this is soba king good. And that daikon juice, it sort of gives you that, that kick in the head. It's amazing. It's not like you're, having wasabi in there that give you that extra kick. Fresh. That is the next level. I think one of the things that really makes a soba as well is the buckwheat. I mean, I hear a lot of times it's mixed with a lot of other stuff. The flour of the buckwheat with a bit of flour from here and there. That's why in Japan, if you come to eat soba, it's actually quite expensive. Because, 100% buckwheat is 2 or 3 times more expensive than any other flour. But that's why I think in Nagano as well, it really stands out than any other place in Japan, because the quality of the buckwheat here is immense. I mean, you're talking about really fresh buckwheat because of the soil they have here, the mountains, it grows well. And that in itself will, just naturally, and I mean naturally, make something best in the world. The soba in Nagano thoroughly deserves its good reputation. Before I came here, I was already in love with soba. But after today, I think it's time to take our relationship to the next level. When in Japan, if you have a cold or even if you're falling sick, remember to wear a mask. Be thoughtful and don't spread your germs. Help yourself by helping others. Kaze no yoboni, mask. Oh shit! Kaze no yoboni, mask. Oh shit! I think I've gotten to the part where it starts getting a bit up in your nose. Dia macam kuah kacang. Wow! That went straight to my... Itadakimasu. On with the show. The natural beauty of Nagano is hard to beat. Every season brings about its own unique color palette. And the best part, the harvest here is always plenty. There are many different agricultural products in Nagano, thanks to numerous orchards and farms around here. Now you can really enjoy the fresh produce, especially since the whole process from seed to plate is right at your doorstep. This time round, I'm gonna get my hands dirty and work for my own food. Konnichiwa! Hello! Thank you for having me. So, this is Kanoe-san and Shibata-san, and they will be taking me farming. Hi, let's go. What kind of plants do you have here?
いろいろ作ってますよ。夏はトマト、キュウリ、じゃがいも、かぼちゃ。
That's a lot. What are we going to be farming for today?
今日はね、 今この時期はもう大根とかぶなぐらいしかないので、今日は大根を。
What is it about the land, the soil, and the water that makes the harvest good?
雪がいっぱい降るので水に全く困らない。
Yes.
でここは盆地なので夏は30度以上になるから非常にこうあったかいからいろんな野菜が育つ。
I see. So the condition is correct. Lots of water and lots of sunlight.
そしたらついたよ。
Aye.
畑。
This is it. I see.
大根の畑ね。
Daikon.
大根。まっすぐ上に、ね、横ダメ。よっと。ね。でこうしたらさっき包丁化してこのちょうどこの葉っぱと大根の間を。
Check it out, the size of the radish here. Can you imagine how much tempura sauce you're going to bless with this? You know what I mean? You have an amazing farm. This is really cool. I'm gonna set the radish aside for now because it's time for a workout. This is the traditional way of making mochi. You pound and pound and pound the rice until it becomes mochi. Let me assure you, it's no easy task, but it sure is a good way to work up my appetite. That's what freshly pounded mochi looks like, right? And this is what your face looks like after you've been pounding and pounding for a long time. Okay, and this is something I didn't know either, is that you can even eat it with stuff that's savory. So let's get right to it. Itadakimasu. Thank you, thank you. This is a flavor. It's 3 parts. You got the good rice. You pound it yourself. It's sticky, but it's not the kind that's going to stick in your mouth. So good. People always think of mochi as desserts, right? You add that savory rice to this brilliant daikon orishi, which we just plucked and grated freshly right here. Makes all the difference. Now I'm going to go for the kinako now. Oh my God. Wow. Dia macam kuah kacang, pounded ground nuts, and then it has that sort of flavor. But this is soybeans roasted like that. Finally, I'm gonna go for the natto. It's cool. Here we go. So goody. Look at that. Look at that. The natto itself, you know, sticks to the rice. Of course, natto, for those of you who don't know, is fermented soybeans with the mochi combination. We have unlocked brilliant flavor, ways that you cannot even explain. Not because I cannot decipher it, but because it's still stuck in my mouth right now. It's brilliant. So here in Nagano, you want to give this a shot because pulling out your own vegetables, pounding your own mochi, and doing all this. Mr. Kanoe-san, Mrs. Kanoe-san, thank you so much. And Shibata-san, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Osewa ni narimashita.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm going to end this by saying thank you very much. I told you everything here is fresh. Next, I'm off to discover another great Nagano produce. It is so synonymous with Japan that I can't imagine eating Japanese food without it. Azumino, with the grand northern Alps in the background, is teeming with fresh water from melted snow, making it famous for producing wasabi. Now, as we all know, wasabi is a really important part of Japanese cuisine. So I'm here in a Wasabi Farm to see wasabi. I'm on a date with my bee. What's up, bee? So what we have here is the wasabi don, okay? How it's being served is I'm gonna grate it myself. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Good morning, everybody. Woo! That's nice. Itadakimasu. Wow! Yeah, that went straight to my head. That was a lot of wasabi right there. This wasabi don is of course amazing. You know, there's nice bonito flakes on top, nice and salty. But when you add it with the wasabi, the freshness of the wasabi is what really gets to you. I guess why you really need to appreciate this is because wasabi is one of the hardest plants to grow and cultivate in the world. This is a miracle plant and it stimulates your appetite so well. So it's just like, you know, I want to eat more and I want to eat more. compared to chili potong and sambal, there's no comparison. This is nature's sambal. It came right out of the ground, okay? It's so good, you can eat it just like that. I know it stings you a little bit, but I have found a new love for you. You know, I always thought I knew you, but I guess I never really knew you till today. I love you, B. We're gonna go down that road together, hand in hand. We're gonna say, Wasabi. Because that's what it is.
Hey, where's the old man?
He's not ready yet.
Cut the commercial break! Cut the commercial break!
I don't think I've been surrounded by so much mushrooms in my life. This is totally shrooming me out. I bet it's good. Itadakimasu. On with the show.
Wasabi is so astonishing. Just a small portion can deliver a strong kick in the senses. But did you know wasabi has also been used throughout history for its strong antibacterial properties, the ability to stimulate appetite and to remove toxins from the body. Wasabi as a medicine. Domo.
We now know why Nagano's food is so delicious. It's because of the freshness of the produce that they have. When you use such high-quality ingredients in any dish, you'll get outstanding flavors. Oyaki is a traditional flour dumpling made out of wheat dough that contains vegetables or sweet bean filling. Now you can either bake it or steam it. And while it may appear to seem simple, I'm pretty sure there's more than meets the eye. Konnichiwa. Another Nagano speciality to benefit from this is a traditional snack called the oyaki. So here we have some eggplant, I've got some pumpkin going on, some green turnip, and some salmon. We will begin with the odd one out. I wonder why they shaped this particular oyaki like this, you know? Everything else is round. It's kind of oily on the top, but here's the best part. This particular one is baked, right? But you don't just bake it. You then continue to grill it. You know what? I'm also going to start with the rest because it looks like it's going to take quite a while for this to happen. See, Nagano is one of the prefectures of Japan that does not have any sea. Of course, they thrive on their agricultural produce. But this year, instead of it being baked, this is a steamed oyaki. Okay, I might have overcooked it there. That's all right, you know. With an oyaki, when in Japan, you eat with your hands. Itadakimasu. Oh, it's not like a pao. Pao usually has this very soft texture, you know, that sort of thing. And look, the juice of the eggplants all came out. They marinated it well. Oh my word. Oyaki the bomb, man. I love this. I've got me my second one. Oh, so nice and sour. At the same time, you get the savory feeling. I love the fact that there's a bit of char on the outer side. I must say, this is absolutely gorgeous, yeah? It's more like bread, it's not so much like pao. What was invented here was just little mini sandwiches that's all wrapped up, you know, so everything's stuffed inside. Now move on to this one. This is the salmon. Wow. See, now this is more like it. You get a nice pao texture. Okay, so I reckon it's because you baked it, made it come out, you know, un-pao-like. But this is like, pow, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the best part about this. It can be sweet, it can be savory. We'll leave that aside. Last but not least, we will review the pumpkin. Nice and gooey. It's like pumpkin soup. You know what I mean? Nicely blended in there. I'm sure they've got some spice in here as well. So nice. It's sweet, it's savory at the same time. So I guess if there's anything that oyaki is and what it truly means, it's fun in a bun. Oyaki. This local food has long been popular among the people of Nagano, especially in mountain areas where they eat it for tea breaks or lunch. Now, besides the oyaki and the wasabi and the sobas and all the fresh produce, there is one more thing that Nagano is known for.
The people of Japan have had a long acquaintance with mushrooms. It's like a love affair. It's widely used in many dishes and can be eaten by itself. Nagano produces more mushrooms than any other prefecture in Japan, making it the Mushroom Kingdom. And what's a kingdom without any magic? Trippy, eh? All right. I don't think I've been surrounded by so much mushrooms in my life. Okay, like this is totally shrooming me out. I think I'm gonna start with the tempura because I always enjoy tempura. It'd be gorgeous. Tell you what, Nagano got a lot of wood. Now I got wood. You know what I'm saying? The flavor of the mushroom is somewhat accented to be quite juicy, crunchy with the tempura. Nice. Oh, it's lush, you know. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna move on to a bit of soup. That mouse. Sticky fluid that sort of comes out when I'm biting into this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. The thing about mushroom is that it also absorbs a lot of water, and that's why when you're actually making mushroom, you shouldn't actually wash it. You know what I mean? And the fact that it has, it's just like really nice and lush, but it still maintains a very good texture. Next is the shiitake itself brings out like this crazy flavor. Look at it. Just put some shoyu on it and it shows you the money. Show you the money. Show you the money! Show you the money! And the shoyu just acts as an agent to bring out more flavor in there, you know. I'm moving on to this final dish. Now this is very interesting. I've never had it like this before. It's a few types of mushrooms and then they boil it, right? After they boiled it, they do a couple of things to it, and in the end, they marinate it with radish. I know what it's gonna taste like, but I bet it's good. Here we go. Very different, exquisite flavor. This is definitely a nice, cool dish to have. It's a good appetizer. Should have started here, but you know what? I'm glad I ended it this way because I've never had this before. Something about it just seems very regal to me. You know what I mean? It's like 5 types of mushroom, blend into one. You know, by your powers combined, I am the king of mushrooms. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very refined. That's the word. And for a kingdom, grows loads of this stuff. I think they got it right with this dish right here. You know, you might say that mushroom is just mushroom. No, mushroom is not just mushroom. Because the mushroom here in Nagano, and I'm glad I've experienced the entire place. Yeah! There's not mushroom for improvement. It's really, really good stuff. Protected by the majestic mountains and bursting with nature, Nagano is an oasis of beauty. I'm really glad I managed to get up close and personal with some of Japan's best-known food. Soba, wasabi, daikon, mochi. Getting to the root of it all has given me a new appreciation of everything that happens before it ends up on my plate. Oh, Nagano, till we meet again.
You can't really get this anywhere else in the world, and that's the truth.
Amazing.
Wait, you have robbed me from my experience.
Wait for it. Boom.
Boom! No!
Wow.